cool. I'm going to try to do this quickly, but this is the first stretch. So you've got the palms of your feet touching, and I've got my hand wrapped around the top of my feet. This is a side angle so you can see it. Try and bring your heels as close to you as you can. So here I've taken my hands from my feet and now they're placed around my ankles. Same stretch, just trying to get a bit deeper in, so bringing my heels a bit deeper in. And then after I've held that for 10 seconds, the last 10 seconds, I have my palms together and I have my elbows on the inside of my knees and I'm just pushing them out just to open up the hips. So this is the hardest one of the three that I'm showing you. Then we have a stretch for the hamstring. So I use the band for this one, but if you don't have a band, I'll show you another variation. You want to keep your leg as straight as you can, and then you're just going to pull down on the band just to stretch out the hamstring. This is the same stretch from another angle, so you can see my leg's got a slight bend in it. I'm not as flexible as I want to be, but over time you'll be able to straighten that leg out completely. Exact same stretch here, just with the opposite leg. So my left leg probably has more flexibility in it than my right leg, and you'll find that with one side of your body you may have one side way stronger than the other side, one side more mobility than the other side, but you want to obviously find a balance. And then this is just the other view of the right side. So for those who don't have a resistance band, just basically use your hand. Try and get your hand as high up above your calf muscle or around the calf muscle as you can. Again, it's a bit harder to keep the leg straight when your hand's pulling from there, but it's better than nothing. Same stretch just from the other angle. So see my left leg, I kind of bring straight. My right leg's a bit more restricted and tight, so I just need to keep doing this stretch. Here with a bent leg, we're squeezing our knee and then I rotate my ankle 5 times clockwise and then 5 times anti-clockwise. With this, you can actually hold it for longer. So I was doing this quite quickly, but you can hold it for, that's just another angle of it. You can hold for 20 to 30 seconds and then rotate your ankle for 10 clockwise, 10 anti-clockwise, or 15 clockwise, 15 anti-clockwise. And here I've placed my right leg over my left knee and then I've pulled from my left hamstring. So this works the adductors and abductors. What you'll see in the next clip is my left leg isn't as mobile as my right. See how high my my left heel is basically compared to my right. So yeah, with certain stretches and certain exercises, one leg will be able to do more than the other, which is weird to me, but I just got to work on it. This is quite basic to stretch out the quads. So just leaning forward. So my right knee is placed on the mat and then I'm just leaning forward, stretching out the right quad muscle, and then you switch. So I hold it for 10 seconds here because I'm doing a quick stretch, but I'd say hold this for 15 to 30 seconds. This is pretty much the standing version of what we've done on the floor. So squeezing the knee to the chest, rotating the ankle again, 5 clockwise, 5 anti-clockwise. This is good if you want to work on your balance as well, because obviously when you're lying flat on the mat, it's a lot easier than when you're standing on one foot, having to balance while squeezing your knee to your chest and rotating the ankle. So this is just a more advanced version really. Then another common stretch to stretch out the quads, just your heel to your bum. So just hold in there for 10 seconds on each leg. Again, I recommend 15 to 30 seconds, but I was just doing a quick stretch. Then we go into a stretch for the calf muscle. So with your left foot, toes facing upwards, try and get underneath the sole of your foot, or if you're wearing trainers, get underneath the sole of your trainers. Try and keep that left leg as straight as you can, and then just switch over to the opposite leg. So right foot, toes facing upwards, and just hold for 10 seconds. Then opening the gates. So you're just bringing your left leg up, or your knee up, and then taking it out at a 90-degree angle. So from facing forward, you want to take that leg and the knee so that it's pointing 90 degrees outwards. And you can also do the reverse of this, which is called closing the gates. So you start in the position that you finish from opening the gates and end in the position that you start in opening the gates. This one, I should have got someone to kind of help me record, but it's just another hip opener. So you're going to have your left and right leg at a 90-degree angle, and you're just going to twist your hips from left to right, but keep your legs at that 90-degree angle when you're going from side to side. Bring your knees all the way over until they actually touch the mat or touch the floor. This is another good exercise to open up the hips. Last but not least, a calf stretch. So you want to find a surface that's solid. So I'm using the wall in my garden. You're going to I'm bending my left leg, but my right leg, make sure that your heel stays flat on the ground. I'm actually going through a tightness in my heel right now, so this hurt quite a bit, to be honest. And I brought my hands lower, but really I should have my hands higher. I just didn't think the camera would pick up where my hands were, so I tried to show you guys that I was putting them on the wall. But yeah, then switch over. So here I've got my right leg bent and my left leg. Keep that left leg straight, make sure the heel doesn't come off the ground. Push into the wall. So imagine trying to drive through the wall just through pushing. And that's pretty much the stretches that I do. There are other stretches obviously, but these are the ones that are my go-tos. Lastly, just some footage of me playing with a football that I saw in the garden. But yeah, with stretches, just keep doing them, man. It is boring. I think that's why a lot of people don't really stretch until they get injured. So right now I've got like a tightness in my Achilles, so I'm forced to stretch. And you'll realize the two videos that I've put out on my YouTube are two videos where I'm stretching when I'm injured, which is when it's too late. You want to get into the habit of just stretching normally. I used to stretch quite a bit when I first started running, but again, that was because of tightness. Where I don't get as tight anymore, tend to really reduce the amount of stretching I've been doing, but it's something I need to stick to. But yeah, these are some basic stretches. There are a lot more advanced stretches, especially if you're going through a particular injury, but these are kind of the basics that I go to. So I hope you enjoyed.